Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. It's time to gather around the table to cook and converse. Right here, we'll come together to learn about Kansas agriculture and the farm families that feed us as we discover new recipes, Kansas products, and farm fresh ingredients.
Good morning and welcome back to 13 News this morning. It's Thursday, Chef Alli Farm Fresh Kitchen time. We're going to be talking about this thing right here. What is this, Alli?
This is a butternut squash, also known as a hard winter squash. And that's why people don't like cooking with it, because it's hard to peel, it's hard to cut. But I have the perfect tip that is going to make your life so easy with a winter squash.
You're going to make it easy here coming up.
I
We're going to talk to Jeff Grossenbacher. He's the Vice President of Kansas Farm Bureau first. Jeff, the state is made up in the economy about 50% agriculture, and that's where Kansas Farm Bureau plays a huge role. Agriculture here, I don't know exactly if this came from the state of Kansas. Maybe it did or maybe it didn't. But we produce a lot of corn and sorghum and wheat and whatnot, and you guys have a big input and role in that, right?
Right. We're about 2/3 of the way through our policy development season, and our policies have a positive impact on most Kansans. Policies on water, environment, education, taxes, private property rights. So we work on all the, most our developments are common sense, middle of the road policy ideas that our members have brought up from the bottom up, and it's very positive for Kansas.
Yeah, you keep a close eye on all the ag stuff, the water rights and everything going on in Washington, D.C. as well, right?
Absolutely. We advocate in Washington and Topeka. That's the #1 thing we do in Kansas Farm Bureau, is to advocate on the behalf of our members.
And you get to do this segment with us with Chef Alli because we always end up having a nice meal afterwards. So this is good. So this is the winter squash that we're going to make easy, right?
Exactly. And I think everybody wants to cook more with whole foods because we know that's healthy. So if you look at the ingredients that are involved in this recipe, all of those, the carrots, the butternut squash, onions, but this guy is the problem. And unless you take your fork and poke holes all over the outside of him, pop him into the microwave for 3.5 minutes. That's all you have to do. You're going to pull him out and you will be amazed how easily he will peel, and then how you can just cut him in half, scoop the innards out, and away you go. So all you have to do is dice, and it doesn't matter which winter squash. You can use the butternut or the acorn, any winter squash. So not only can you do that real easily, you have options when you cook this. So if you want to simmer it in the oven, in the stovetop, in your slow cooker, you can. Those all take about 7 to 8 hours on low, or you have the option of using R2D2, and guess how long he took?
20 minutes.
Exactly.
Really?
Good guess. Yeah, 20 minutes in the pressure cooker.
I'm done for the rest of the day. That's the case. Yeah.
And for pureeing, you have options too. As long as you have a potato masher, you can puree all those ingredients once they're softened. An immersion blender, or if you've got a food processor, if you don't have any one of those, then just work in small batches and put it into your blender. Everybody has a blender for margaritas, right? Yes.
Sure.
Yes, we do. Let's
we
just
do.
be truthful.
Right.
So you have options there as well. So all we're going to do is puree this, and then as the last little kicker, add some cream to give it just a little bit of creaminess. And then if we had pepitas, we would sprinkle that on the top for a little bit of crunch, and then maybe a drizzle of maple syrup. You're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pepitas are like pumpkin seeds, right?
Yes, so they're crispy. It gives you a little crunch. And the recipe, of course, is available at chefallis.com, or you can go to kansaslivingmagazine.com, and you will find lots of different recipes, including this one there.
It smells amazing.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to dig in. Jeff, did you bring your own bowl?
I hope so.
Okay. We've got one we
And
can
a big
find out in the back. All right. Thanks, Alli. Thanks,
You
Jeff.
bet.
We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us. Kansas Farm Bureau is proud to support hardworking families across the state, like farmers and ranchers who make it their life commitment to provide food that nourishes all of us. Kansas Farm Bureau, representing grassroots agriculture.